All right, happy Monday, everyone. Doing an update on a couple tanks here. I thought I would do the top two here. Since I'm crawling up to do one, might as well do the other. And I thought I would just go through these tanks and tell you what's going on, some of the good and the bad, and give you a little update. So this is my platy, part of my platy breeding project. These are the kind of the green bronze platies that I've been breeding towards. My parents and most of the juvies are in that tank right there. So here, these older adults were my first selections for the phenotype I was looking for. I like this kind of orangey sunset with a bronze green color, but still the wag. I really like those. And I've got some initial fry that I was pulling out of the tank below. Obviously, when you look at this tank, there's a lot that kind of came in as bycatch, unfortunately, when I was trying to get some out. So if I don't like them, they can go back down into this tank. But when you've got, well, might as well just show. When you've got this many, it's hard not to catch additional. So I'm kind of working on what I like and what I don't like and moving those up to here. I've got a lot of platies right now. This tank, because of there's a lot of platies, and I had hornwort in here. You can see I've got one little sprig that I didn't pull out. But I had a ton in here. It was hard to see the platies. It was hard to clean. They're, you know, in my mind, I don't have a lot of experience with a lot of different live bearers, but they seem maybe second only to goldfish in terms of just like waste. They are, you know, they eat a lot, and then there's just a lot of waste, and you just need to clean the tank a lot. So I was struggling with all the hornwort in there, so I pulled it out. I wanted to put it out in the container ponds, so the hornwort that was in here, as well as in this tank, all went outside. And then what was happening is I really struggled with algae this summer. You can see on the heater back there, I didn't clean it this week, and it's just been a struggle on my Java ferns, my various Java ferns. I've got a lot of algae on the older leaves, so that's been a struggle, I would say, this summer. I need something to shade this tank, pull nitrates out, and you know, just keep it kind of at a better state. So I've got some sprigs of water sprite in here. I'm going to try to float all this, provide some shade, and for the Java ferns, maybe cut down, hopefully that'll cut down a little bit on the algae, let them catch up a little bit. They don't seem super good at pulling out nitrates, not as much as some of the other stuff. So hopefully that'll help as those grow and fill in. And then just trying to keep this tank vacked a little bit more frequently than some of my other tanks, just because they are poopy little fish. And you can see I cleaned it not too long ago, maybe a day ago. It's already loaded. So anyways, that's what's going on in this tank. But other than that, everything looks good. I'm starting to get some nice red growth in the middle of my Java ferns finally, and they're starting to put out leaves. It's just the fact of the matter is that for this size tank, the fish load's kind of high, I think. So hard time keeping it in balance. It'll be in balance for a while, and then it'll quickly go out, and I'll see kind of an algae bloom in here. But the fish don't seem to mind. They seem healthy as can be. So let me step down off this step stool, and I'll come over here and show you that tank. Okay, so this is the Giardinus uninonatus tank, the one-spot live bearer. And my colony's doing okay. I thought it was doing better when I had it full of hornwort. I just couldn't see them very well, so trying something different. And going back to Salvinia, so it's just starting to kind of cover the surface. I've got two different things. I've got Crypt Spiralis and Jungle Val in here. I'm kind of seeing who wins in terms of in the sand substrate, highlight in the 10-gallon, seeing who kind of wins for the long. I kind of like this long leaf look. I'd kind of like to grow a little group of it. I think Jungle Val is ultimately going to win. The Spiralis just seems to be such a slow grower for me for some reason. Maybe if I was doing CO2, it would be a different story. Maybe not. Maybe this guy's just always going to win. But that's what's going on in here. Again, the same problem. Once I pulled the hornwort out and the light got to be much more intense, I struggled a little bit. You can see on the Java ferns there, on the older leaves, I've got a lot of algae that it's not terrible, but it kind of bugs me a little bit. But overall, I think the tank's looking okay. There's one interesting thing in here. I've got that was my initial big female. I've got her fry from her first drop, or those right there that are grazing, and I've got a single male that's kind of a silver form. I've got two males. There's a gold form right there. And then there was a second one that was out of that first drop. And he's a silver form. Oh, there he is. He's up at the top. So he's got much more black down the midline. And even though he is bigger, he gets chased incessantly. He is certainly picked on by the other gold form version, which is really interesting. I've got one semi-adult female right there. She was a baby when I got her. So she's growing okay. Everyone seems to be doing okay. I think I don't see any fry predation from her. I thought I would initially, but she seems pretty. Number one, the fry that are born are very large, so that may prevent it. But I don't see her chasing fry or doing anything like that. But it did seem like I had a little bit better survival, or at least my perception was, when I had a lot more cover. So I'm hopeful I can grow this Jungle Val. There's a few in the back that are kind of growing. I want to spread them out a bit. I may pick up some more and see how it goes. I'm just hopeful that I can get this Salvinia to just cover this, because the light intensity with the algae is a little bit too much for me. But I think a lot of it has to do with the sand and the light reflected. So anyways, that's what's going on in these. And I hope you're all having a good start to your week, and we'll talk to you soon.